Okay, Coach, they indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you look inside of New Era Field in Orchard Park. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. The Bills' Stephen Hauschka's got this one teed up, and off we go from New Era Field. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Wait, that 380. Mike 50. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Kill. Regular. Kill. Hey, goal 66.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Sugar.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Wait, that 20. I got it. Watch that in. Tight end right. Alert.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41.
Slow bandit.
They'll try the right side with Jones. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
It's just me and you. Shadow. Rush in. Hey, I need one over here.
Here's Brady. On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 17-yard line. This is one thing you can't do with Tom Brady. Let him get in a rhythm. Let him get rolling early.
Every time you talk about Tom Brady or any other great quarterback, you always talk to the defensive guys and they say, you got to get him off his spot. What they mean by that is when you go back 3-step, 5-step, 7-step drop, and they just hit the same spot and then they're set up to throw the ball, get them to move a little bit, get them to hold the ball. And the pressure that affects just about any quarterback, right up the middle. Remember the Super Bowl? Atlanta's best success came up the middle pressure, what we call gut pressure.
Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now a handoff looking right. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Gostkowski the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Come on, set. 30 base. Here we go. Go nowhere, 22, go nowhere. Heavy.
On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Ready, set. Watch 57. 65. 65.
On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Set, ready. 15 line. 15 line. Come we go, night. Go. 57. Mike, 57.
Now T.J. Yeldon. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 31 yards there and a first down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Ready.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Hey, orbit. Down.
On 2nd and 7, Barkley. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down.
Let's go, defense.
Now it's Yeldon. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Brady going to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this throw will be intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 15 yards on the play, first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Operating from the gun, Barkley. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
Here's Barkley. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That good for 22 and a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Wait, 20!
Jeremy Langford is in. He gets the carry. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. And they're on the tackle, Shaq Lawson. Now they try the right side here. Maurice Alexander making the stop defensively.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down.
We ain't giving them nothing to do. Hey, Steve 6. 41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. Here we go. Sugar.
To throw is Brady. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So now on fourth down, on comes Steven Gostkowski to try and get the Pats 3. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And this will be off the right upright, but he banks it in. A high degree of difficulty there, but he gets it to go. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So he needed a little assist from his friend the right upright, but 3 points all the same.
Yeah, he's a right-footed kicker. Normally, you don't mess with the right upright as a right-footed kicker, right? You're trying to bring it back right to left. But in this case, he got the assist. Right was right.
Let's go.
They're on 26-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. On the run, it's Yeldon. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Snap.
Off play action. Barkley. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, Alabama. Bravo.
50, Mike 50.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And that is incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, it's Brady. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Dante Hightower on the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here we go. Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Cut.
Let go.
Draw play. This is Yeldon. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
50 the mark. 50 the mark.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain. And it's 3rd and 2 now. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down.
50.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. A great move in there, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything, change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down.
Hey, switch gears.
On 4th down, Barkley. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough.
At the 6-yard line.
Wait, 20! Watch the slack! Watch the slack! Ozzy! Hey, 66!
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Jerry Hughes picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Hey, Alpha!
58, Mike. Go. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
72!
They're not ready for this. They still playing.
Hey, wahoo!
Y'all playing the wrong football.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
Rip! Hey!
From the gun, it's Brady. He's got that one complete to Darbo. And he'll get this up to right around the 8-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
Hey, Delta. Regular.
Game situation. Let's go. 58, boys. 58. 58. Mike. Hey, here we go.
Let's go out. No,
The Pats do snap it. It's Brady. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 23. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run for it with Yeldon. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
From the gun, Barkley. Then he finds Beasley, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe, because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
On 4th down, Barkley. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Tyler Kroft there to make the grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you, and make sure they touch it.
1st down, Patriots.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 and a New England 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Check 13. Check 13.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw with Brady. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call.
Check it, reload. 58, you better be rip.
Shotgun now for Brady. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. 20. And he will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bills have taken the lead. They do tack on the extra point as well. And the lead is now 14-10. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch 35, watch 35. Single, don't bandit.
Now Brady. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. You got to get back into focus here. Get the 1st down. That's what's vital to them.
Hey, echo. Rip. Hey, ball 66.
Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Now, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Go bandit. Hey, Charlie. 58, come on. Hey, watch the slant. Check it. Let's go on. No, 66.
Brady going to go on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short. as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. We'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Whip. Watch the whip. Blue jaw corker.
They'll run it again with Yeldon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Set, ready? 10 logo.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Hit it.
Operating from the gun, Barkley. And able to find John Brown. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Yeldon. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Tackled by Jordan Willis.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Go set. 15 line. 15 line.
On a jet sweep, this is Beasley. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. The Bills on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up.
On the ready.
They keep it with Yeldon on 1st down. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for the Bills, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for New England, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.